Okay, we're gonna talk about the most common broken traffic laws.
All of which we do.
Okay, so the first one, getting your driver's license renewed. How long did you wait?
Well, my birthday was February 1st, and I went Tuesday, which was the 19th of June.
Good. So
February,
4 or 5
March,
months?
April, May, June. 4 months. 4 months and 17 days.
Whatever.
I'm careful or lucky.
As long as you don't get pulled over.
Or hit a car, because once your
Wow.
license is once your license is out and you don't get it renewed, you don't have insurance. So, but I didn't hit anybody. So
Josie, you're good.
Okay, second one. So apparently the rule is you're supposed to have your turn signal, or I call it a blinker, on for 100 feet before you
turn.
make a turn. I think
Who does that?
I think they're lucky if they get 10.
Yeah.
Mostly it's about 2.
Mine's like right before I turn my turn signal, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm turning.
Okay, if I'm waiting at a red light, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm bored and I don't have anything else to do if I'm not doing my makeup.
And I'm one of those annoying people who like forgets my turn signal is on, and I'm like, oh yeah, I should turn that off.
She's that person.
I'm that person.
Okay, so you know like when you turn and you're supposed to turn into the closest lane? I always turn into the farther lane.
I turn into whatever lane I need to be in.
Well, like, I don't know. I always need to be in the farther lane, I guess. I always want to be in the right lane instead of the left lane. Or the left
I just don't
lanes.
want to have to get over later on, because you never know when there's going to be traffic and people won't let you over, and so why not just do it then? Makes life easier.
Here's the number one that is guilty of every teenager, except for that one, because she's a new driver.
Texting.
That one back there, not that one.
And driving. Yeah, this one.
That one.
Texting and driving. Say I if you are guilty.
I.
I'm perfect.
She said I.
I'm perfect. I said I'm. The contraction for I am.
You just said I.
God. Curse you.
She's guilty. I use Siri to text sometimes.
See, that's good.
So, but sometimes
I'm
forget.
one of those poor children who can't afford them smartphones.
Sometimes I forget I have her and I text. And sometimes I'm just bored. Driving is boring sometimes.
It is. When you're alone.
Yeah, and like there's something good on the radio.
I have to drive 3.5 hours all by myself.
I have to drive an hour and 15 minutes.
Drive with you.
Okay, we're going to school. Okay, so pretty much the same. Talking on the phone.
And driving. That's not, depending on your age, it's not against the law.
Well, it's completely illegal in Texas, actually.
Yeah.
But
It's illegal in Texas? I didn't know that.
yeah, it's been like.
Well, that's right. They did pass that law,
like 6
didn't
months
they?
ago.
Boo.
Just
Oh, well.
stupid.
Well, I have speakerphone, so I just put it on speaker and hold it, and I drive with one hand, which, that goes along with...
Well, like, mine, like, you can plug an aux cord into it, and then I have an aux cord for my car, so I just do that sometimes. I don't currently have an aux cord because I broke it.
I hold my phone like this with the steering wheel, and...
I mean, it's what, like, I see cops, like, okay, cops have their little, like, computer. If
And
I
they're
can't
on
talk on the phone and drive,
They shouldn't be
should
able to
not
play
be
on the
able to
computer.
lock, like, have a computer.
I don't care if it is for finding criminals and stuff.
Wait till
You
you
know
pull
they're on
them over.
Facebook.
You might when they're gonna come hurt you.
Whatever.
What?
So that kind of goes along, holding your phone or whatever. That goes along with your hands on the wheel, 10 and 2. Well, I drive at 12.
I drive it.
Or at 7 and 5.
I do, like, okay, I do this weird thing where, like, I cross my hands on the wheel and drive, and then sometimes I'll just hold on to, like, one of the little things in the middle. And then, so, like, it also brings us to, like, you're supposed to keep both feet on the floor when you drive. Okay,
No, that's uncomfortable.
Can I just show you, like, my normal drive position? So, like, my right foot is down on the, like, on the gas pedal, because I accelerate. and my left foot is like, sometimes I drive like this, like, I don't know if you can see that, like, here, like this, and sometimes it's like I'm leaning, sometimes my foot is like on the dashboard, yellow.
I mean, I sometimes have to drive with both feet on the floor because I have to extend my leg because my knee starts hurting, but for the most part, I'm just like, that's so...
I'm in the car long enough for the time.
Oh, my knee's hurting now. And I've been sitting here for 2 minutes. Or 5.
Okay, so that, like, the position you drive in also brings us to the next one. Changing clothes and driving.
You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, and an actress, we do quick changes all the time.
Multitasking and driving, really, changing clothes, eating.
Changing pants and driving is super easy. Like,
makeup.
It's really not hard. Makeup, I would never have makeup on if I didn't drive.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
I eat and drive all the time, and I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
Because I drive with one hand anyway, and I learned from my father. So if he watches this, if my parents watch this, I just want you to know I learned from you to drive with one hand.
My mom taught me to drive with my knees.
My dad taught me to drive with his mouth.
With his mouth?
On the highway.
Okay, so in driver's ed, we're just moving on, because this video is already 6.5 minutes. In driver's ed, they taught us you're supposed to check your rearview mirror every 8 seconds.
Yeah, who does that?
I feel accomplished if I check it every 8 miles.
I only check it if I feel like somebody's following me.
Or if I'm about to get pulled over. I always check if I feel like I'm about to get pulled over.
I know, like, and if I know I've been speeding.
Or, like, I feel like I did something wrong, like, and then I always look for escape routes. Like, I'm always like, okay, so where can I go before they pull me over? What neighborhood can I pull into that I can lose them? That was my thinking when I didn't have my driver's license. Now I don't really care.
What about checking your blind spot when switching lanes?
I don't have a blind spot, or if I do, I've never found it, because I don't look for it.
No. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten pretty good at judging where that car is from my rearview mirror and my side mirror, so...
I tell them to get out of my way.
I've never had a problem.
I don't care if you get in my car and you're stupid enough to not buckle up. That's your decision.
It's your fault.
It's your life. If I crash and you die because you weren't buckled up, not my fault.
What about right-of-way?
What is that? Like, who has right-of-way ever? Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry I hit you. You had right-of-way. No, we all have right-of-way.
It's always my way. Like, when you're at the stop signs, person to your right or whatever, I'm like, no, honey, I got here first. I'm going.
Yeah, like, okay,
I'm not letting you go.
It's always like, because, okay, if it's always to the person to your right and it's a 4-way stop, it's never gonna be you. Because there's always gonna be somebody to your right.
No.
Like,
yeah.
Not that small.
And pedestrians, like, I'm sorry, if you're stupid enough to walk in front of my car...
Okay, hold on. I have a 2-ton car. You have 2 legs. Which one's gonna win? Do you think is gonna lose there? Because it's not my car.
Like, one time, I'm going to turn a corner, and this kid, like, darts out in front of me. I'm like, honey, you had, like, the hand, and I could have hit you, and I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have felt bad because... You're stupid enough to right in front of me.
So you obviously must be a great contribution to society.
Please do not procreate. Just don't.
I don't want blood on my car. Stop it.
No. Ugh. Or flush.
Okay, so yellow lights. Let's talk about yellow lights.
Who slows for those? Maybe old people, new drivers with their parents in the car. No, she runs red lights.
She runs red lights all the time.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I heard a little kid say one time, like, hey, what does the yellow light mean? It means speed up. I agree.
Yeah, like, you don't...
I got places to be, and I don't care if it is just to go home to watch 90210. I've got places to be.
Dance moms? I can't. Like, they miss me if I don't watch.
They have feelings, too.
Don't underestimate them.
Driving barefoot or with flip-flops on, so apparently you shouldn't drive with flip-flops on.
Or barefoot, like, what's the difference? It's still your foot. It's your foot,
what
whether it's in a tennis shoe
does
or
the
your
shoe
foot.
make?
I'm like, okay, if I go get a pedicure, I'm not gonna put real shoes back on.
And it's summertime. I'm getting pedicures.
It's hot.
Okay, and like the speed limits.
They're too slow.
Can't.
Okay, I drive to work every morning, and it's like a 15-minute drive. It's not hard. I leave my house at 8. I'm there by like 8:20 because I stop and get coffee. But one of the roads I go down, Collins, is 40 the entire way, and I'm like, no, why are you 40? It's a 3-lane road. There's one school zone in the middle, but people always slow down for it. Why is this 40? And then I turn on to Abrams, and then that's 35, and I'm like,
that's ridiculous. Oh, like in North Arlington, that's ridiculous.
Okay, I could get to work in 5 minutes if I didn't have to go 40 and 35.
I have a rule where it's okay to go 5 over.
That's what they tell you. They tell you that in Jerusalem. They make that and so you'll go 5 minutes over.
They don't have to give you a ticket if you're going under 10. If you're not going 10 miles over, they don't have to give you a ticket. So, just one time in driver's ed, actually, I got off the highway, was going 60 on a 40, and the teacher was like, you need to slow down. 40's too slow.
I don't like being slow. Okay, so rolling stops.
A California roll.
There are 15 stop signs to get out of my neighborhood, and when you call the cops in my neighborhood, it takes them half an hour to get there. So I'm not worried about getting caught. I slow down, I check, see if, okay, 30 minutes, no, okay, going. Not.
Yeah, I used to be, so
anal.
Yes. My boyfriend would just, kind of roll, and I'm like, dude, you gotta stop. And now I'm just takes too much time.
You're slowing down too much.
Get the car to completely stop and then start it again.
Yeah,
and I'm just not patient.
In driver's ed, the lady that you have your driving instructor. It's a lady every time we would stop at a stop sign, she'd be stop till you feel the backdrop, then spell stop. And I'm like,
yeah,
you don't stop at a stop sign for 30 minutes, lady.
S-T-O. Go.
What? How do you spell stop? Shut up. Okay, the girl I drove with was S-T.
Oh, good Lord, no.
And I was like, cars are honking at you. Move. I was like, I'm gonna tear your... No, that was only the one time. The other girl, I kept requesting, and she was really nice, so...
Okay, last, we have racing. We're teenagers.
I race all the time.
I mean...
I beat people at my Kia. Don't underestimate my Kia.
I don't necessarily try to. I guess sometimes I see people going fast, and I'm like, wait, no, I gotta beat you. And it's subconsciously, really.
I don't like being passed.
No.
Don't pass me. I'm probably not going the speed limit. Don't pass me.
Maybe when we're old one day, we'll calm down with the driving. And
when people pass me, I'm like, I hope you get pulled over because you passed me.
Me too. And it doesn't matter if I'm already speeding or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I could just, get pulled over too. I'm like, I hope you get pulled over.
You're going past me. Yeah, you passed me, and you're going faster, so you're going to get pulled over first, buddy.
Yeah, I hope you get in a wreck. Oh, I've told many people I hope they got in a wreck.
I don't know. I don't hope that, because I just hope they get it.
Oh, I say this. I hope you get in a wreck, but no one's injured but your car.
You can't pass me. You don't have a car, because, once again, car versus looks. Unless you are a vampire that sparkles in the sun. You're not gonna win.
Oh, I was like, what? Alright, sorry this video was so long, but
bye, Spider-Man.
Thanks for watching. I have the Mad Hatter on my wall. Should we say bye to him?
We should say bye to Spider-Man.
Okay.
And Wormy. Bye, Wormy.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Wormy. Happy birthday.
That's so exciting.
Bye, Marbles.
Oh,
no. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah. Where'd he go? Look.
These are marbles.
Marbles. I told him why I named it Marbles.
I know. I saw that.
Alright, well, I guess, we'll let you get back to your life, but obviously if you're watching this, you don't have one, so, okay, whatever.
Goodbye. Bye.